Recall that a quadratic equation in two variables in standard form is given by the equation y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Meanwhile, a quadratic equation in two variables in vertex form is given by the equation y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k, where a is not equal to 0. Since the vertex of a quadratic equation in vertex form can be easily identified, the graph of the parabola can be sketched using other graph characteristics. To graph a quadratic equation in standard form, we may use table of values or the vertex formula together with other graph characteristics. Before we take a look at some examples, let us first derive the vertex formula. Let y equals ax squared plus bx plus c be our equation 1, and y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k be our equation 2. If we apply FOIL method in equation 2, we end up with y equals a times the quantity x squared minus 2hx plus h squared plus k. Applying distributive property of multiplication over addition, we get y equals ax squared minus 2ahx plus ah squared plus k. Note that equation 1 and equation 2 are equivalent. So, negative 2ahx is equal to bx. To solve for h, which is essentially the x-coordinate of the vertex, we apply multiplication property of equality and end up with the equation h equals negative b all over 2a. Also note that since equation 1 is equivalent to equation 2, ah squared plus k equals c. If we substitute h equals negative b all over 2a in ah squared plus k equals c, we get the equation a times the quantity negative b over 2a squared plus k equals c. Simplifying, we get the equation b squared over 4a plus k equals c. To solve for k, which is essentially the y-coordinate of the vertex, we apply addition property of equality and we end up with the equation k equals c minus b squared over 4a. We look for the least common denominator of the two terms and rewrite these terms into one single fraction. Hence, we end up with the equation k equals 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. Even if we do not convert the standard form of a quadratic equation into vertex form, we can still obtain the vertex of the parabola.